Beginning of the new millennium, back in 2000, 2001, St. Pope John Paul II wrote an apostolic letter to the church. And he used the same words of Jesus to Peter from today's gospel. He said, "Put out into the deep." And, we can all probably imagine St. Peter, this professional fisherman, being skeptical or rolling his eyes and muttering something under his breath when Jesus, who was a carpenter, is telling him, basically how to do his job, go out into the deep. And Peter and his crew had just fished all night long, and they hadn't caught anything. And they had just finished cleaning their nets and cleaning their equipment when Jesus told Peter to cast his net into the deep waters. Even though it is it contradicted his better judgment, Peter, trusting his master, cast into the depths of the Lake Gennesaret. And they caught so many fish that they had to call for another boat to help them. And in this uncertainty, Peter placed his deep trust in the Lord, and that made all the difference. In another sense, those words, "put out into the deep," is a call to each one of us here this morning, this afternoon, no matter what our vocation in life is, to take up the missionary mandate of the church that St. John Paul II talked about in that apostolic letter at the beginning of the millennium. To reach out to those who don't have faith, to reach out to those who are poor and suffering, and to encourage people not to be afraid, to witness to the truth of the gospel, knowing that we have a God that made us and loves us and calls us to always be in communion with him.